Hey guys, it's AR Natural again, also known as Bumble Paul or as Peter for my friends. So as you could see in the last video, I was working on fixing the first hidden blade I made. So I started working on a few more things that I was fixing up. The blade was held with duct tape, which sucked. Um, but I managed to make two holes into the slider and put across two nuts and bolts. And I've also managed to fix the bridge that held the blade from actually pulling completely out of the rail. Here's what it looks like. I added this clip on the back that holds a bolt that's inside the slider. It locks it there so it doesn't move that much when it's out. I polished and I made the blade a little bit spikier or less dull. So yeah, the main big difference now is that it has this front latch. It was supposed to look better, but since it's made by hand, uh, basically, you know, um, metal metal bending tools were used. I'm not a professional working with aluminum, so yeah, it's detachable as well. So I can check on the slider part. As you can see, the two nuts and bolts are in their place. The blade can be replaced by a stinger, which I don't have with me right now in the moment. Okay, so I don't remember where I left it, but if you look at the last video, you'll probably see it. So why did I do this? Because as you can see here, this does not look pretty at all. So I mean, this not does not look that pretty at all either. But I will make some etchings on it after I fix the bending parts, you know, the angles and shit. As you can see here, it's kind of like wobbly. I wanted to make it look straighter. But that's pretty much it. It stops at the main bolt that holds the string. Oh, and my hidden blade does not activate like others. I do not go like this and it pulls out completely. It does not have a string. It's basically strength and gravity pull. Um, so yeah, I cannot stab myself because my hand can't reach that far. And if I was gonna have my hand reach that far, I could replace the blade with a shorter one. But this is just for demonstrations and showing you how long the blade could go. It is not pulled by just my ring finger, because as you can see, nothing happens. It is actually held by three fingers that help make the force to pull the blade out. It's not completely out yet. I'm having a bit of trouble with the top of the bolts. Give me a second. Yeah, here, so you can see the problem as well. The bridge sometimes gets a little bit stuck, but that's okay because if it was come back, the blade would lock there. But now, I don't want that to happen. So let's try again. This is full extension, and you see that? You see this? It couldn't do that before. It was so dull that I had to make a few arrangements for it, and I mean, this is my first blade. This is the first thing I made, so I was like, I'm not gonna leave this in this corner, like getting um all the dust and spider webs on it. I want to make something really special with this, so I managed to make this one. Unlike the other one that locked with the gravity, I was having some problems making the locks, and I managed to know to realize that hot glue isn't good to keep metal pieces together. And since I do not know how to work well with epoxy, actually I never worked with epoxy myself. So I just managed to use hot glue for mostly everything. Um, and yeah, since I try to keep it like crafter, simple crafters, simplicity. Sorry for the redundancy. Um, yeah, I was trying to make something simpler. I was not gonna try to go like full professional. I might do it just to keep this looking good and beautiful. And I wanted to make the front latch also because I wanted to make some cool etchings on it. I mean, I wanted the blade to look pretty. I wanted to make something that I would like to wear. I know it reaches to my forearm, like to the length of my forearm, and it's not that bad. I can bend my arm like this, and it doesn't. Damn it. Sorry. I need to put a. Sorry, I need to put a magnet on this to keep it in place. Let me pull the blade back. Oh, and I need to grease it up a little bit because the retraction is a bit clunky. So yeah, give me a second here. I'm filming this in real time. I'm not gonna cut any parts so you guys can see how it works. There we go. I wanted to make this because yeah, I wanted to make something worth making. Um, I wanted to make something that would look good. And again, it does not have the same length as this one. Look at this. This entire, I know it's a box of Cheerios, but you get this, you get the point. This is basically the idea I had for it. It looks great, but I figured something out. I'm not a blacksmith, okay? I don't have a 3D printer like Amon Ra or like other people, so I'm not gonna make something that hard to do, and for the moment. So I managed to make my stuff out of aluminum sheets and real life parts. So how long is this compared to this one? Let's see. It's the same length, but what it's different from this one? The slider. Since the slider is a two-part slider, it would be harder for me to keep it in place. Why? Because this stuff happens. You see this? You see this? I hate this. I hate this. I really want to make a lock that keeps this in place. And when I retract it, it doesn't stay like this. Because I also hate that as well. So as long as I don't have the instructions to how to make this full length, I won't make it like in real life because it's hard to do. I made two wooden ones for the Comic Con I went to, and that was about it. People were amazed, but they didn't lock. they made the job, but they didn't lock or anything. They weren't anything special. What I want to do is make some etchings and make this pretty. So, I can store it and try to see if I can use this. Obviously not on people, maybe in potatoes, like always. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, and how the lock works, check this out. Okay. You see that? Let me see if you can see this. You see that bolt over there? When I press down on this, it locks right there. So I can have my hand like this and thrust that. So yeah, that's basically it. So this is me, am Natura, Bumble Paul, also known as Peter, signing off. Thank you guys.